rail trail is up there about 30 feet. So supposedly built in the early 1800s to mid 1800s. And down here we got a creek rolling through. And this goes all the way through. It's about 150 feet long. Obviously built way before, or at least before the train tracks were up there, right? About a half a mile that way is the Phipps Tunnel with all the Lichtenberg marks all throughout the arched way, which I'll show next. That's that little creek. This is the old tracks they turned into a rail trail. And there's the Phipps Tunnel. That's the Phipps Tunnel, which we'll go look at next. So as I get about a quarter mile from the tunnel, got all this feather and wedge bullshit, granite on both sides, walls. So back at the tunnel I was just showing you, underneath the tracks, you're like 30, 40 feet in the air. And here you start to go in ground. I suspect this was all tunnel at one point and not just a little tunnel right there. I mean, why would there be just a little tunnel there? There's a road up there today, but it's just a little back road. So it just doesn't make any sense. Okay. As you can see right up here, it's pretty icy. You see the walls, they go like that and like that. And I imagine they go down pretty deep right here, but some of these are so massive. Look at that one with all the holes in it. Some of these are like 15 feet long. All right, let's see what happens when I get a little closer. All right, I'm about a football field and a half away. And as you can see on the side here, I'm like 30 feet down. That way, where the tunnel was going underneath the tracks, the tunnel was 30, 40 feet below the railroad grade. Now I'm underneath. Why was this all dug out? And a quarter mile, half a mile before me is all up on an embankment. As you can see, this is all decimated. It's all destroyed. See cars passing overhead there. Yeah, the entrance to this so-called tunnel is just destroyed. So we'll not only have a look at the damage in here, but we'll also follow it all the way through. I've shown this plenty of times before, so burnt, cooked out bricks. It goes all the way through, up and around, and onto this side. Anyway, let's walk through. Very echoey in here. Wow. Anyways, let's see if there's some damage down this side too. Because there's a lot of damage that's been painted over. There's that white stuff, the white goo we find everywhere. Yeah, there's damage here as well. All the way through. And then coming out the back side here. See that crack right there? Runs all the way up. The entire thing is cracked. I'm going to go back to the poster about a quarter mile from here and show you a 75-year-old picture from this side, and it'll show that crack in the picture. Supposedly it's the picture, right? It's all pebble created right there. Now, let's go take a look at that picture. Not sure if this will show up with the camera or not, but you see this burnt out section? Just have a look at the bricks here. Just cooked out. It's the same under the painted section. It's just painted over. You see all the Lichtenberg lines there? It's just decimated. Check this out here. All cooked out. So my biggest question is, why do we go 30 feet underground here? We have, underground for the next quarter mile, and then the next mile or so after that, you're 30, 40 feet above ground. Does this make sense on how they would create things back in the early 1800s? To me, it makes no sense at all. They didn't have the excavation equipment to do all this. It had to have been done by shovel, and that doesn't fit the narrative one bit. All right, let's go look at that picture. I'm almost to the picture there I wanted to show you, but look at this here. So you see these? These are much larger than your regular, pin and feather technique. You see your small ones, and then you have these large ones. It's like I found in many quarries. It's like a machine did it. This stuff was annihilated. That's all there is to it. Just think this could have all been red bricks all the way through. And now it's appearing as granite. That's just woo-woo, Dave. Yeah, well, that's the way I'm rolling with it. Now let's go look at that picture. All right, I'm about a quarter mile from the Phipps Tunnel, and here is the picture. So these are probably just made up, but this one said it was taken in 1959. Shows the tunnel, and I'm pointing to the crack that I showed you. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, 65, 66 years later, it still sits. Gives you the narrative here. I just want to draw your attention to right here. After the rail workers moved out, those houses became homes to the Irish families. Some built small shoe shops in their backyards where wives and children would do piecework for a while the fathers might be working elsewhere. At one point, Holliston was the largest shoe manufacturing town in the country. That line right there, the largest manufacturing town in the country. You don't know how many times I have read this in other towns. It was the same for Amesbury, the town I grew up in. Lowell. I mean, all these places have the same narrative. They're all just shoe towns, the biggest in the country. All you have to do is pay attention to what you're reading and match it up wherever you go. Anyway, just thought I'd show some bullshit while I'm waiting for my daughter to get done horseback riding. All right. Have a good one.